Hey, what's going on, guys? Here I am, Derek again here with a Golava episode, as I mentioned in my previous video. Same war that we just finished covering versus the Cobra Evolution. It was a really good win for us. We did a lot of good 3-starring, and the last episode I covered a couple Southern teasers. I covered a 3-star number 4 by me, and then I did a 3-star and 6, which I think was a T-Hall 8. First, let's cover. Here, let me show you mine first, because probably more stuff to talk about, and then I'll show you how you really want to do Golava. Rock does a better job of it, and I think I can eventually get to that level. But what I want to show you, actually, let me scout this base and why I thought I could Golava. Number one, this air defense here wasn't covering this air defense, and I like that. As I mentioned in a previous video, also notice this air defense doesn't cover that one. So as I mentioned in a previous video, the lavas, they go down pretty fast when you get air defenses covering each other, because you're gonna have 2 of them on it. So that's something you don't want. Number two, the one thing that I need to keep in mind is, I was targeting each air defense with a lava. I ended up 3-starring, which is great, whatever, but sometimes with these things you either hit a home run or you strike out. It's because the lavas, when they pop, the lava hounds, or the lava pups I should say, they start getting picked off if there's nothing else to shoot at. So I think it's better sometimes to send multiple hounds to an air defense and let them move in unison to the next one and so forth, so that if something pops, the defense can start focusing on them and leave the lava pups alone, and then hopefully your loons will show up in time and eventually get to those defenses, and you have more lava pups destroying stuff. All right, whether just buildings and stuff like that, or maybe even going to the T-Hall, for example, so that even if you just don't 3-star, if you can get the T-Hall and get the 2-star, and it's not either that 0 or 1-star attack. Because that's the thing about this type of raid that I see sometimes. You either go all out and you get the 3-star, or you're left with a 1-star because you don't get the T-Hall, because the lava pups go down. So I'm trying to factor that into my raid, where if I fail the 3-star, I'm still getting the 2. This is my theory. Obviously, Archer Queen's here, air defense is there, so naturally I'm coming in here with my golems. All right, down here by these HUDs. Wait for the queen to actually get on this side and take down the air defense. Now I wanted to go from this side, this air defense, to this one, and then finally finish here. I wanted to start here because I didn't feel there was enough covering this area. I think it was a good starting point where my lava hound would stay alive and then move to this one, and then I can continue as it moves to this one here. I can bring in more loons, and then finally when they come down to this one, I'll bring in more loons. That was the plan, and also drop my last lava here. So I was still going 1 lava at a time. Next time I think I'm gonna go a little bit differently. All right, so you see my composition. I got 1 golem, I got another one in the CC, I got 3 lavas, 16 loons, 4 whiz, a couple wall breakers. I really felt good about it simply because the air defenses weren't maxed. Because of the layout of the base, I felt I didn't have to use a jump spell. Okay, so that means I can get 3 spells for the loons, and just those 2 factors alone, including the spacing of the air defenses, made me feel like I could 3-star this. Okay, and you'll see even with the poor execution on my end, it worked out. All right, so non-max air defenses, spread out air defenses, having to have 3 spells I can use on loons instead of 2 spells I use on loons, because typically sometimes I use a lightning spell for the clan castle and a jump spell to get the golems into the air defense, into the queen. Okay, so I didn't need that. So that's all those things together helped me make up my mind that I'd rather go for the 3. Here what I'm doing, I'm just waiting for the queen to come over. And there she goes. And when she's on this side, I know I can drop. I drop my max first, drop my other one, I wait for the mortar to hit, then I come with my wall breakers. I only had 2 wall breakers, so I needed to make sure that mortar had already shot, because I knew that was going to be crucial. Got a couple more wizards here. They take down the arch tower. King goes straight to the queen. That means she goes down fast. Those wizards and the king, man, they really whip up quickly. There's a lightning spell. That took down everything. The air defense is down. Queen didn't even go towards the air defense as I had planned. But this actually helps out, and I'll show you here. So here comes 1 lava and some loons. King is going to town. I decide to rage now because the Teslas are up. Alright. Pop, you know, the lava pops pretty pretty bad area there. A lot of defense was just taking it down. That one popped too much stuff around, and now if there was another, I'll pause right here. Had there been another hound at that second one, I think maybe some stuff would have grabbed onto it, and maybe more lava pups stay alive. And this is where I think it was probably better for me to send 2 to the air defense that was right here where that rage spell was at. But what ended up happening, if you look down here, the queen, the beautiful queen that I have here, took down 2 air defenses. She took down another one. Well, she took down 1. The wizards took down the one that was over here, okay, which is right where there's Days, the queen is at, and the one right here, where she's literally standing right across from it, right next to that elixir storage. So since she took it down, this hound stayed alive. I mean, this hound could be used to just protect these loons from those 2 Teslas and the 2 Expos, all this stuff. Right here I dropped my rage in a pretty decent spot because I needed it to get to all that defense there. Alright, so boom, they're moving, everything's pretty much focusing there. And finally, what's really key here is the lava popping right about now. Boom. And just that alone is what allowed me to 3-star the base. Just like that, man. So you can see, you know, it didn't look like a clean raid by any stretch of your imagination at all. But the queen really helped out. Alright, so let me show you what Rock did on this base. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this base in war. Now, obviously, all those air defenses are pretty easy to get to. And, you know, you can take down this one over here. Right? Just bring in your golem and your heroes. Couple whiz. And take down the CC. So, I'll show you what he does. He's got 2 rage, one jump, okay, to get into here, and 1 lightning. Guess he wasn't really sure about the wall here. Sometimes because of this whiz tower, you know, when they're zapping the golem, it's a risk, and your wall breakers don't make it. Okay, so he was just being safe and used the jump spell. And I think also he just wanted to make sure his troops didn't, you know, deviate to these huts or, you know, the camps. He just wanted to make sure they go in there. Okay, there's the golem. There's a giant bomb right there. Drops the other one. Drops these 2 wizards. He's just trying to get rid of these buildings. There's the jump. They go in. King and queen can now go right to the queen and to that area since the wizards took down everything else. Queen still wants to go after that freaking hut. He rages here. That helps to get the CC out. Alright, just editing there, and He drops a lightning. Pretty much gets everything for the most part. I think a couple wizards still there. Queen takes care of it all. I'm gonna zoom on out. Alright, so he drops this golem. I mean, this lava. He got a few loons here to this arch tower. He's gonna see that, you know, a couple of those bombs or mines go off. Air bomb, air mine. So he drops another one, which is key here. You know, another better than what I would have done. So now those lava pups are not really being targeted because they're in the perimeter, which is kind of cool. He decides to launch another one at this one here and kind of use your loons in kind of groups, you know, like as you can see, you don't want to like spread them out too much. You kind of go around the base with your loons, similar to how I had gone around the base. It's kind of the same concept. Go around the base with it. All right, and then as the air defense starts targeting these different things, then you can use your lavas for the air defenses, basically. I mean, what I meant to say is, as the air defenses start targeting the lavas, then you start dropping more loons. Okay. By the time they were done with the air defense on that side, I mean, most everything's down because there's a lot of lava pups everywhere. So that's why this base was 3-starred so darn quickly. Alright, so much better execution on his end. He's very good at Golava. Anything else we got here, guys? I had shown you this one on another video. I can show you BDBY. This one, solid 3-star. I would look at this base and I was like, I know I can 2-star the base, but I don't know about a 3. Definitely don't know about a 3. But he was able to get it done with his troops. Let's just put it in here for the sake of it, because it's a freaking good raid. He goes in with a couple giants, gets the clan castle pulled out. I'll fast forward this section here. Drops his anchor down here. Uses barbarians. Move them around a little bit. Okay, kind of spreads them out. Got his golem. Now they're all focusing on the golem, and now he's got his wizards firing at those wizards. He's still got another 2 golems there anyway. You'll see in his back pocket. There he drops one. And he drops another one. In come the major P.E.K.K.A.s. Maxed out. He rages them here at the center. You know, some guys go perimeter, but it's kind of, you know, he kind of needs it anyway because of the structure of the base. Here it kind of looks like, man, what's going on? Not much happening. Kind of looks scary, like, oh man, is he even gonna do anything, right? He rages those. Don't forget, he got those P.E.K.K.A.s in there though. So he decides to heal them and rage them, and they take care of that expo, which is key. And he's got a queen in the middle, and since she's in the middle, you know, she can hit everything. So she does hit everything. He heals those P.E.K.K.A.s again. Again, really key. Those P.E.K.K.A.s stayed alive the whole time. Raging as king. Can focus more on here. He's still got golems down here. He's still got P.E.K.K.A.s up there. He's got a lot. It looked really slow, but like it was a slow and methodical type of destruction of the base. He's still got barbarians that are probably from when he raised the king up. The golem hasn't even popped, the one on the top. Cannon's the last thing to go down. And that's it, you know. Just a little builder hut. So when you get a T-Hall 10 that can 3-star T-Hall 9s, man, that makes war so much easier for the clan. Because even if you don't do well on a T-Hall 10, for example, it kind of averages out. to like a 2-star if you start 3-starring the T-Hole 9. So that was really good. Alright, so let's see. Let me show you a little Golava right here. This guy. We were in chat with him talking about how to Golava this. It actually was a Lava Lunian, not really a Golava. Really easy base though, in the sense that, you know, the clan castle is exposed and the queen is exposed, which are the two things that you want to take down before you launch your Lava Lunian attack or Lava Loon attack. And then that also allows for him to have 4 spells for his loons. So really good. He drops minions here. Tesla pops unexpectedly, so it's time to drop in the wizards to help out, and his hero. There you go. King goes right to the queen, just like you want him. There's a Valkyrie there. There's a Wiz. There's a witch. But those minions are gonna help because they're gonna go after everything. And once the wizard went down, there's nothing really to go after. So it's kind of good. So he decides to double up here, guys, and this is something we had discussed in there, is maybe double up. And the reason why I like that is because, as I mentioned earlier in the other video, when the first ones pop, when the first lavas, when they pop, the defense has something else, has another lava to cling on to, so the lava pups can just stay alive. Okay, now he's targeting his loons, which is really important. Targeting those loons is extremely important. Some of the lava pups has gone down, but what can you do? He still has some alive from the first pop. He still has some alive from the second pop. That's perfect. Making the way around the base here. This pause right here. This loon drop right here probably would have waited till the lava came into the air defense range, but you know, he had so much troops here, probably didn't matter, because you see how those balloons went down. It really just wasn't effective. But he still got a couple lava hounds, so in retrospect, it probably would have been better to not heal over here, because that prolonged the lavas, and then rage them, maybe rage over there and then heal over here later. By the way, it really just didn't matter. Now you'll see he still has some lava pups on the top, got lava pups on the bottom. You can go ahead and fast forward, because usually when you got this many troops, you're good to go. Now he can launch the queen. He probably could have launched her sooner anyway, but you know, it didn't really hinder him. And it's always good, man. 3-starring T-Hole 9 is the name of the game. So that's actually the war we're on right now, and we are winning this one. We're up 17-2. We got 8 attacks in. They've only launched a couple attacks, but whatever. I'm sure we'll be able to get things going, and we can have our chance. You know, at least this was a pretty high level base, so at least we got 1 star from him. Could have been 2-star, but you know, I'm sure our guy he'll get better. This one here was just a really unlucky raid, but we still got a lot of attacks from our guys, from our top 4, that I'm sure we'll be able to come back over here and fix this up, because all we got is just 1 T-Hole 8 left, and then we can just go to town on these guys. We can see where their traps are at and all that. We can run practice runs with other people, and then I'll probably launch my attack tomorrow, both of mine. Alright, so guys, I know I sound like crap, but I really wanted to get these videos in. I'm going to go ahead and ride out for the night. I'll most likely, I'm definitely going to want to cover what we're doing in this war, so I'll probably get another video up soon. But I was really impressed with the way we fought last war. Like this last war, we had a lot of good rates to show, man. Really showed our true potential on that one, man. And I'll see you guys soon, man. Take care. Bye.